Now, I would like to talk about marketing funnel and marketing metrics, which will help you to create an effective marketing strategy. So let's start with some basic terminology. Customer acquisition, customer retention, and customer lifetime value. Maybe you have heard those terms. When we say customer acquisition, we mean the cost associated to acquire just one customer. So you might spend a whole lot of money, you might show lots of ads, you might put ads on Google, but at the end, all your efforts might not bring you the number of customers that you desire. In that case, it means you are throwing money. You are throwing away money. Customer retention is when we acquire customers. It refers to our ability to keep the customers as our existing customers. Sometimes we ask the question, which one is more expensive, to acquire new customers or to retain the current customers? Which one is more effective? Think about it for a minute. Customer acquisition is more expensive than retaining the customers all the time. So customer retention strategies are as important as acquiring new customers. Finally, customer lifetime value is an important concept in understanding the go-to-market plan and marketing metrics. Because even if you acquire customers, if these customers do not help you to create and maintain healthy and long-term relationship with your company, then this means that these customers are not profitable with you. Let me give you an example. There's a startup called Sinemia, and what they are doing is they are offering infinite number of movie tickets during a month. So they charge it at a price of 59 liras, which is equal to 4 movie tickets. So when the customers subscribe to the service, and if they go to the movie 3 times a month, I mean less than 4 times a month, then the company makes a profit. But if the customers go to the movie more than 4 times, just because it's free for them, they are paying for it, then it becomes unprofitable for the company. So in order to build a sustainable and profitable relationship, you need to look at your customers' behavior and you need to develop a business model based on that. So as you can imagine, for a company to be profitable, customer lifetime value must be larger than the customer acquisition cost. In that case, only you can have a sustainable and profitable business. However, in some cases, companies would like to lose money by attracting new customers. In that case, they are relying on other revenue generating models that they have, like Carrefour supermarket, for example. For some detergents, they make the price to a lower place from other supermarkets, so they would like to attract you by giving a lower price, but once you go there, you buy other stuff. So in that case, they are earning money from other stuff. So if that's your strategy, that's okay. But in other cases, such as, let me say, you give ads to Google Ads or you show ads on TV, but if you spend so much amount of money just to attract one customer, let's say you spend $10 to attract one customer and your revenue from one customer is $2 and you assume you will keep the customer 3 times purchasing your product, then in that case you will gain $6, which means you will be losing money. The lifetime value is less than the acquisition cost. So you need to calculate carefully how much it costs to you to acquire one customer, and then how much he is going to spend on your company, so how much value it brings, and you need to adjust the lifetime value and acquisition cost, and you need to decide on your marketing channel based on that. I'd like to show you the funnel model by Steve Blank in the Startup Owner's Manual that he presents. In this double-sided funnel, he shows that at the first stage, at the first side of the funnel is attracting customers, acquiring customers. So it starts with the paid media and earned media. Paid media, I mean the digital ads or TV ads, I mean the media that you pay for it. And in the earned media, I mean the media, the visits which you do not pay, untraditional media, the blogs, the contents. So this is your customer acquisition strategy. So the beginning of the funnel is too large, so the population is too large, but when you go inside, you'll see that not many people purchase your product. Not many people become your customer. That's why it gets narrower while you go through. And in the second stage, your task is to keep the customers after getting the customers. So this is your customer retention strategy. In that case, you can use the newspapers, emails, competitions, blogs, or other stuff, or customer relationship management tactics other than those. This is the retention part. And the other side of the funnel, he suggests that we should grow our customers, not to keep them as they are. We should grow them. So we have strategies like upsell, next sell, cross sell. So every time we go to McDonald's, actually we are prone to upsell. They always ask us, would you like a bigger size? So this is upsell. When you are convinced that when you are convinced to buy a larger size to pay a larger amount, which will make the company more profitable, then it is upsell. Next sell is actually selling you an extended version of your product. For example, instead of monthly purchasing your subscription, why not subscribe to a 1-year product, let's say for your cable TV. This is next sell. Or from your telecom operator, you get calls about extending your membership. This is next sell. And cross sell is similar to the example I gave about the Carrefour supermarket. Once you go there, if you buy other products that you intend to, together with that, it can be a bundled product as well, then it's called a cross sell. So with your purchasing habits, the retailers like to look at what you might want to purchase, and they offer you some promotions based on your preferences. So you buy other products, which makes your basket larger. And then this means that your lifetime value increases with the company. You also see that there are viral loops from after being a customer. The customer affects other customers to attract to the company. We have a special metric which is called Net Promoter Score to calculate this kind of viral loop. Net Promoter Score helps us how easy for a customer, or how willing a customer to promote your product, your company to other people. So the customers indicate their preferences to promote the company between 0 and 10, and we call the people who answered these questions 9 and 10 as the promoters. And we call the people giving 0 and 6 as the detractors. And we call the people 7 and 8 as the passives. When calculating the Net Promoter Score, we subtract the number of promoters from the number of detractors, and this gives us a percentage of the people, and this is called a Net Promoter Score. Let me give you some examples. Think about Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Twitter, and try to guess their Net Promoter Score from your usage as well. As you can imagine, Amazon has a very high Net Promoter Score, which is 70, but these scores might range from industry to industry. Apple has a similar score as 72. On the other hand, YouTube has a Net Promoter Score of 50. Twitter has a Net Promoter Score of 11, which is the lowest of all. Facebook has a score of 36, LinkedIn has a score of 30, Craigslist has a score of 29. So as you see, the range is very wide between different industries and different products. Now I would like to show you the upside down version of the funnel. Now we call it as conversion funnel or marketing funnel. So you can think of it as a version of a website as an example. So it shows the visits at the beginning of the funnel, and it starts with product views, product customizations, card additions, checkouts, and at the end purchasing. So it might remind you a model that we have talked before. Yes, the AIDA model. So it's similar to that. So it attracts attention, it creates interest, it arouses desire, and then it convinces you to take action. So this is what we measure as the marketing funnel or conversion funnel. Let me give you an example from an e-commerce website. Let's say people who see an ad or a keyword through a website, let's say 1,000 people see it, but not all the people visit the website after they see it. After 1,000 impressions, let's say maybe 150 people will click on that ad or banner. And out of those people, not all of them will visit the website. They will shut off the browser as well. So let's say there are 100 visitors to the website. And out of 100, half of them maybe will register or leave email for your website. And only 7 of them will browse products. And only 4 of them will put it in cart. And maybe only 3 of them will enter their personal information. And at the end, only 1 people will make payments. So it is a good model to separate the visitors from the customers, from the purchasers. So it means that this conversion model framework suggests us a good way to visualize the buyer readiness stages of the people who visit our website. So this is a good understanding. This is a good tool to understand those readiness stages. So while looking at the conversion funnel, our aim should be to find the channel, to find the message, the medium, the message source, the things that we have talked during the communication process, which performs the best and which reaches the maximum amount of people and which has the minimum cost. So our aim is to find those most effective strategies in reaching those people. So for measurement, let's make an example. Let's say we are trying to reach people who are young women who are living alone in the urban areas, middle-aged, white-collar or working class. So what are the channels to reach those people? So we can reach them through Facebook, Twitter, Google, search engine marketing, PR, or organic, or blogging, or TV ads, or face-to-face, or personal selling, door-to-door, retailers, supermarkets. So there are many channels that we can use. Let's say we are trying to reach them because of a product which is practical and healthy foods, which they can cook at home. In order to measure the best converting channel, medium, and message, you can also use the concepts of landing page, and you can build it with acceptable design. You do not have to build all the features of the full product. I'll not go into details of landing page and acceptable design, but these are concepts that you need to be familiar in order to implement these strategies. So after we decide to measure those metrics through conversion, so one of the tools that are available to us is the qualitative techniques, qualitative research. So we can make qualitative usage tests of those target segments. We can talk to those young women living in the city who are our target for the product. So we can observe users, we can observe their needs, we can identify their problems and solutions with a small group. We can make interviews, focus groups, or we can observe their both online and offline behavior for the needs that our product is proposing to solve. Second one is quantitative traffic analysis and user involvement for our website. So now we can look for the usage for the website and we can identify the conversion percentages. Tools like Google Analytics and other conversion tools might help us in order to identify the user's desired attributes and needs. Another tool that we can use is the comparative A/B test or multivariate testing. These are also popular tools recently, which means you can build different versions of your website, in each case changing only one variable. Let's say in one version you just change the message, so it can be a rational message in one and in the other it can be an emotional message, or you can even just change one word in your message and you can test if those different versions make a difference in your target audience. So you can compare different scenarios and you can see which versions are more effective with this multivariate and A/B tests. You can also test those via different channels. You can test it, how is it effective in Facebook and how is it effective in Twitter in different channels. And finally, you can track and analyze competitors. You can search Google Keyword Estimator, Google's AdWords search biddings, Facebook bids, and you can search for, again, Google about the keywords, about the channels that your competitors are using, and you can analyze the traffic, and then after that you can see if your target matches with those keywords, and then you can also observe satisfaction through your customers by using those channels and those keywords.